Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the LG refrigerator ice door lever spring. It's going to be a very easy repair and it'll only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new ice door lever spring. The ice door lever spring is located in the dispenser assembly and it helps the ice door seal when it closes. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's lost or damaged, causing the door not to seal and ice to build up in the dispenser. In order to get to the part, we have to take the dispenser apart. First thing we're going to do is remove the drip tray. All you got to do is reach in and pull the drip tray out. Once you have it out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the drip tray out of the way, we can take this funnel off. There's a couple locking tabs in the front and the back on each side. All you have to do is pick a side and take a small screwdriver, and you want to get up in between the housing and the funnel and just flex it to release the tabs on one side. Then you can break the funnel free and pull it out. Now we can take the dispenser front off the refrigerator door. If you look at the bottom, there's two openings where we can stick a small screwdriver in there to release the locking tabs that hold it onto the door. All you have to do is very carefully stick the screwdriver up into the opening. You want to be careful that you don't scratch it. Once you have it in there, you can lift up to release the tabs. Once you have one side done, you can do the other side. Now that we have the locking tabs removed on both sides of the frame, we can carefully work the rest of the tabs off and pull the frame off the refrigerator door. You're not going to get it too far because there's some wires right here that we have to release. We can rotate it a little bit this way so we can see the connections on the control board. All you have to do is press the locking tabs and carefully pull them off the board. Once you have those two off, we have to disconnect the wire that goes to the heater for the ice door. There's a little locking tab on here. You have to press it down with a small screwdriver to release it. Once you have the locking tab released, you can separate the two sides and pull the dispenser frame off the refrigerator. Now that we have the frame out of the way, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to take out the two screws that holds the plastic plate in. Once you have the screws out, we can pull this assembly out. We're not going to take it all the way out because of the wires. You just want to pull it out and let it sit at the bottom of the dispenser so we have access to the parts. Now we can take the ice chute door out. We're going to have to remove this Phillips screw and take this little bracket out. Once you have the screw and the bracket out, we can lift up on the ice door, and we're going to have to make sure that this end comes out of the solenoid like it just did. Once you have the solenoid end off, you can pull the other end out of the receptacle. Once you have it out, you can lower the door down so we can take the ice door lever spring off of it and set the ice door aside until we put it back in. Here's the old ice door lever spring next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Before we put the ice door lever spring onto the door, we have to put a little hook in it so it hooks into the bracket properly. We're going to take a needle nose pliers and we're just going to bend a hook into it. So grab it maybe 2 or 3 little lines up on the needle nose, and then we're going to bend down to create a hook in the spring. Once you have it pushed around so you have a 180-degree loop in there, then we can grab it and bend it so it's going to lock into the arm. So we're just going to bend it almost 90 degrees, maybe a little bit less. Now that we have it bent to shape, we can put it onto the ice door lever and put it into the refrigerator. You're just going to put it over the end and put the hook we made into the opening. It's going to be a little tricky to bend the spring over and hold it while we put it in. You want to make sure you wear gloves because the spring's pretty sharp. But we're basically going to bend it around, and then we're going to lift it up and press it into the top and use the top of the dispenser to push the spring forward, and then we can line it up with the hole and push it into place. So you want to use the top of the dispenser opening to hold the spring, then you can slide it over and get it into place. Once you have this side in, we can do the other side. You have to get your arm behind the solenoid and kind of look behind there. You want to make sure that the hook goes into the solenoid pin and lifts it up. And you can let it go. The spring tension should hold it in place, but you want to make sure the solenoid is on the hook. Once you have it in place, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the bracket in to hold in the left side. Once you have the screw tightened down, you can give the ice door a few flaps to make sure it's working properly. It should open and close pretty crisply. Once you're sure you have it in there properly, we can put the dispenser together. Now we can put this bracket assembly back in. As you spin this around before you lift it up, you want to make sure that the nozzle goes through this opening in the arm, and also that the wire harness comes down in between this opening, and that the two wiring harnesses for the control board come through this opening. Once you have all that lined up, we can slide the assembly back into place and use the Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now we can put the control panel frame onto the dispenser. Same as when we took it off, we're going to bring it in at an angle like this so we can hook up the wires. We're going to run this blue harness through this little clip right here. This will take some of the extra wire up and hopefully help it stop from hanging up from below later. Once you have that through there, then we can hook up the wiring harnesses. We're going to hook up the blue one to the heater first. All you have to do is push these together so they lock into place. Once you have that in, then we can reconnect the ones to the control board. There's a small one and a big one. The small one goes on the top. All you have to do is press these in so you get a good connection. And you hear the little tab lock. Once you have all the wiring harnesses connected, we can rotate the frame assembly and put it into the dispenser housing. Before you push the control panel frame in, you want to make sure the blue wire is not hanging down, and then you're going to have to reach inside and make sure that the water nozzle isn't caught behind the dispenser. Once you have everything in place, we can line up the locking tabs and snap the control panel back into the refrigerator. You may have to lift up on a little bit. You can look back here and line up the tabs. Once you have the control panel frame snapped back into place, we can put the funnel on. There's 4 locking tabs and 4 openings up there. All you have to do is lift it up into place and snap it in. Now that we have the funnel back in, we can put the drip tray in. All you have to do is line it up with the dispenser and snap it into place. Once you have it in, we can plug the refrigerator back in and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.